I want to start by painting a picture, a scene that many of us might be familiar with. It's Saturday morning and you're scrolling through your social media feed. You see picture-perfect lives, flawless faces, and incredible experiences that seem to be the norm for teenagers these days. Well, here's the catch. Most of these images aren't even real. Hi, my name is Lucia Villegas Silva, and I have recently realized that life has no filters. It can be beautiful and messy and absolutely everything in between. It's unique for everyone, and that's what makes life, well, worth living. I recently found this quote which I think really captures the essence of that thought. The quote goes as follows. Life is a canvas of raw beauty and chaos, with no filters to soften its edges. Embrace the messy strokes, for it's in the imperfections that our uniqueness shines. Funny how it's simpler to be said than done, right? Especially when we're all living life behind our phones, convinced that everything we see is true. Although there's those who argue that social media does allow teenagers to be unique and authentic and express themselves as they truly are, it does so in a way that it almost becomes a double standard. Think of it this way. You must be you, but still be perfect. You must be unique and stand out, and yet blend right in. Tough, isn't it? Well, I wanted to see how teenagers felt about this, and so I conducted a survey, in which I asked teenagers ages 13 through 17 if there was anything they liked, disliked, or feared that they did not tell anybody. And if so, what was it, and why didn't they share these thoughts? The answers were astonishing, and I'd like to share a couple of them. I enjoy watching little kid shows such as La Princesita Sofia. I constantly find myself chewing gum as an alternative to eating. I feel that my teenage years are passing by. I overthink absolutely everything. I hate being in pictures because I feel I'll be the ugliest one in them. I am sexualized for absolutely everything I wear, and I feel like I can't be loved. I then asked them why they didn't share these thoughts. They said things like, I feel others will mock me, I feel alone, I'm scared people will see me differently, and it makes me vulnerable. But most importantly, I would not seem perfect. How would you feel if I told you that 70% of teenagers feel pressured to post content that only makes them look good? Teenagers, the next generation, my generation, constantly feel the weight of unrealistic expectations on their shoulders, primarily due to the impact of social media. You see, social media carefully selects, filters, and polishes images that stick to idealized versions of life, leading to feelings of inadequacy and depression. Social media has given rise to an age of curated identities, where online personas often bear little to no resemblance to the actual human being behind the screens. The problem with these online personas comes when teenagers start using them as a scale to measure their self-worth and their value. Social media, but it's not just the pictures and the filters, it's also the numbers. Social media has turned our lives into a number game, where the number of likes, followers, and comments equate to validation as well as popularity. A recent survey revealed that 60% of teenagers feel lonely and left out when they don't get as many likes or comments as they hoped for on a post. This is a disturbing revelation of how our self-esteem has now become intertwined with digital applause. The problem is as follows. It's not just one platform. It's a systemic issue. The constant exposure to these idealized versions of life make teenagers feel like everyone is watching them at all times. We also need to think about FOMO, the fear of missing out. It's a term that has become almost synonymous with the social media experience. It's this nagging sensation that everyone else is doing something amazing while you're left out. The constant stream of updates showcasing friends hanging out, attending events, and traveling to exotic locations fuels FOMO, and it's affecting teenagers more than we may realize. It's this feeling that everyone else is doing something amazing, and that you're not living life to the fullest. The problem with this fear of missing out is that it's currently left unchecked, leading to feeling of inadequacy, depression, and anxiety. But most importantly, it can lead to teenagers making impulsive decisions for the sake of capturing a social media-worthy moment. We also need to understand the link between social media and the development of eating disorders. Images of seemingly perfect bodies, weight loss transformation, as well as diet and fitness advice are growing rapidly across various platforms. These images can be highly detrimental to impressionable minds, as they now compare themselves to these artificially crafted images. As a result, many teenagers develop eating disorders such as anorexia or bulimia, which are both physically, emotionally, and mentally draining. And is there a solution? Well, in order to break the chains from this digital facade, we must prioritize comprehensive mental health education. By integrating it into school curriculums and community programs, we can equip teenagers with the tools they need to discern facts from fiction, and therefore understand that not everything they see on social media is true. But most importantly, we need to foster a culture that values authenticity over online applause. This way, we can say goodbye to feelings of insufficiency and hello to embracing the wonderful things that make each and every one of us special. I want to go back to that survey because I want to let you in on a key detail. When talking to teenagers, I made sure that they knew that the answers they were giving me were 100% anonymous, meaning no one would know who said what. And suddenly, I realized that this humongous pressure had been taken off them, as they felt that they could no longer be judged. Because after all, that's all social media is to them, this judging eye watching their every move. And that's exactly what must change. I want you to picture a world where being real is cooler than how many likes you get. Social media can be tough on teens, but we've all got a chance to turn things around. I want you to picture a world where being authentic is better than how many likes you get. But most importantly, we want to be able to share who we truly are with you. And in that case, I think it's time for me to introduce myself. Hi, my name is Lucia Silva, and my cheeks get really red when I'm embarrassed. I talk extremely fast when I'm nervous. I love eating French fries with ice cream, and I watch the same 3 or 4 shows over and over again constantly. This is me. I love being me. But most importantly, this is us. We are teenagers. We no longer want to hide who we truly are from you. We want to be our thoughts, our ideas. We want to be able to express with you what we love, what we fear, what we don't like. And most importantly, we refuse to wear a mask to hide our true identity from you. Thank you.